Hi, my name's Stuart. Welcome to Flying Wiener and what should actually be a drone video. Typically in my upload schedule I wanted to have one drone video per month. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, which in Austria has had many long-going lockdowns, and when there wasn't a lockdown, bad weather, I wasn't able to get out and fly the drone in about, well, nearly 3 months now. I am really sorry to say that I am not able to uphold my own standard, and I don't have any old footage that I could use. So I thought instead, because next week, to be very specific, on the 8th of February, my 1-year anniversary is coming up. The channel Flying Wiener has existed for nearly a year now, so I thought it would be a good time to just have a wee resume of how it went. So the whole thing started off as a drone channel. That was my very first video. I went flying with a friend of mine and have done many drone videos since then. I must say that I do not regret getting the drone at all. It's been a phenomenal experience. Not only do you get to go out and see new things, but you just have such an adventure each time you send it up into the air and discover buildings, areas, etc. from new and different perspectives. I liked all of them, and I still do. Watching them every time, particularly on a big TV screen, is something that I like to do a lot. Particularly because the last few videos I actually started producing the videos in 4K, so it really brings out everything when you watch on a big screen. And from now on I will keep doing that. I'm not quite sure if I didn't think of doing that with the first few videos. The videos are still stunning, but obviously I will make use of the quality that I can get. I did also think about whether I had one favourite one. My wife actually suggested for this video that maybe I could introduce you to my favourite video. And it was a bit difficult, but I do have to say that the Castle Ackstein, so Burg Ackstein in German, I would have to say that that is my favourite. It was not only interesting because I had been there before at a wedding, so it wasn't the first time I saw it, but it is very unique, I feel, at least among my drone videos now, where you have the valley and the water, the mountains in the background. Just the location itself is amazing. The castle on a cliff, and just the ability to see it from a perspective that you usually don't see. I would have to say that is my favourite drone video. If you're interested in seeing more of it, obviously I've just showed you some clips of it here just in the corner. But if you want to see the full video, you can click a link up here to see that. Very soon after I started thinking about what this channel could be, I decided I wanted to do film reviews because I love watching films, and while I am not a film scholar per se, I do enjoy talking about them a lot, and as I don't really have so many people in my immediate vicinity to do that, I thought I might just do it with the internet and just share my thoughts. So that has been the majority of what this channel has been about, because it is very easy, I'll call it, to do on a regular basis. It's not dependent on weather like the drone videos are, and obviously it does not involve quite as much editing, at least in the start when I still used to use just still images. I started quite a while ago using actual video footage, and editing that together is a bit more work, but still not quite as much as doing the drone footage. A lot of that also comes from having to adjust the drone footage because the lighting isn't always ideal, the colours, shade, etc. So I have to play about with those a bit, although you obviously don't notice this, but generally speaking, that is what I need a lot more time for to edit compared to a regular film review. Nonetheless, the film reviews, I've enjoyed doing them quite a lot. I feel I've had a very diverse selection of films this year. I'm not one person for lists, I must say. I find it very difficult because I also thought about which one was my favourite film. Very difficult to say. I'm not really into these kind of lists, particularly if you have to narrow it down to just one thing. I would say, just thinking about all of them, probably my favourite would be either Parasite or The Lighthouse. And because Parasite is one of my more popular videos, I'll share a link to that if you want to see my review on that. It's rather short, no spoilers. Fantastic film, absolutely incredible, worthy of all the buzz it gets. In case you are interested, my most popular film review is Leaving Las Vegas, which I did not expect at all. While Parasite I thought was very popular, it has something like 220 views, and Leaving Las Vegas has over 500, which I find really peculiar. The film is already 30 years old. So why that particular review is so popular, I cannot tell you, although it is one video that has been claimed for copyright because there's a section in there where I show about a good 30 seconds, I think it is, from the film. I have tried to dispute it, but that has not been accepted. As my channel isn't monetized, that doesn't mean much anyway, but still, for some weird reason, it is incredibly popular. So this one video makes up about 1/7 of my total views on the channel. I've also spoken about just a few TV shows. If you're looking for a recommendation there, I would suggest the TV series Dark to you. If you have Netflix, it is one of the best I have ever seen. It's only got 3 series or seasons, if you're used to American terminology. But it's really fantastic, it's mind-bending. You really need to pay attention to what's going on and watch the screen to make sure that you capture everything that's happening. But it's a fantastic story. I've had 1 or 2 other adventures during this year. One in particular that was very, very thrilling for me was that I was able to fly on a plane, non-commercial plane, a small plane, private plane, with a friend of mine. It's the first time I've ever done that. It was really quite an adventure. If you want to see that video, you can click up here. Absolutely fantastic. You have the opportunity to go and fly with someone. Do it, unless you're scared of flying, of course. It really is different than sitting in your typical commercial airplane, just looking out of the small window that they give you there. I like to drink whiskey, not just because I'm Scottish, but because I generally enjoy whiskey. And I did a whiskey tasting video with a good friend of mine. Well, we actually did 2. One was on his channel, but the one that's on my channel you can find up here. We tried a Lafroig Quarter Cask, which is an amazing smooth whiskey. I would highly recommend that for anyone who typically thinks that whiskey is too strong for them. I feel this would be quite good to try it out, to get into it. There's only the 1 tasting video on my channel now, but I already have a second whiskey that I have in preparation for another such video. It was actually a Christmas present for my mother. She enjoyed the first tasting video so much that she felt she needed to support this by buying me another whiskey. So I have a really good whiskey bottle here at home waiting to be opened. Unfortunately, I don't know when that is going to be, pandemic, etc. So it's sitting there. It's really gnawing at me that I can't open it, but there you go. That's how these things go. Sometimes you just need a little bit of perseverance to see things through till the end. So that'll come eventually. Can't tell you when that'll be, obviously. And another project that I have had some real fun with developing is my in-flight entertainment series. I've only had 3 videos. One of them most recently came out this Wednesday. I only do these whenever I have the time. It's not like my regular review videos where there's one every single week. In this case, it took nearly 3.5, 4 months to finally get around to doing this one. I enjoyed doing it quite a lot. It was on Batman v Superman. If you missed it, you can click a link up here to see that. And it is my longest, it's 25 minutes, although I had, this is already the edited version. The first one had, I think, 37 minutes because there's just so much that I love talking about with this film. So I cut it down to 25 minutes, which I felt I want to leave in there. It's very long, but that's too long for you, that's fine, of course. It's just that I felt I can't make this any shorter. So I love doing them. I have a sort of idea of which one I might do next, but I've got a selection in any case. But again, that will take some time. Depends on when I can do things. Maybe it will happen in the next few months because starting from March, I will be home on parental leave. I will be taking care of my daughter. So every time she has a wee nap, I might be able to sneak in some work on any of these videos. I do hope so, would be great. Generally speaking, I feel it's been very successful. I set myself the goal to be consistent. So I had the aim to release one video every Saturday, and I am pleased to say that I managed to do that. While it has not grown into a huge channel, I'm still quite happy about having 49 subscribers. So thank you to every one of you who is here watching my videos and subscribed to the channel. I had a tiny sliver of hope that it might be 50 on the anniversary, and there's still a week to go from this video. So if you want to make me happy, you could be the 50th subscriber. Unless somebody else unsubscribes, then it's gone again. But still, I am very, very pleased with what I have accomplished. I love that I was able to consistently put out these videos in whatever form. Altogether I managed to put up 56 videos, even there were a few in between, like the in-flight entertainment as I already mentioned. So that pleases me a lot that I was able to keep that up, because I believe that most often channels fail because people don't realise that it takes long to build up a channel and you need to persevere, because success doesn't come instantly. Those years of YouTube are about a decade ago. Nowadays, if you do want to have a successful channel that is watched by a lot of people, you just need to keep going. And most importantly, have fun. That is what I definitely have had this past year, exchanging comments with very, very friendly people on YouTube. I suppose eventually at some time it may become toxic, I don't know. I've enjoyed my time a lot, so thank you if you were somebody who I have interacted with on the platform. Thank you for watching. I hope you will stay and keep watching for the next year. I will continue making these videos. As soon as it's possible, I'll make drone videos again. I will continue with the whiskey tasting whenever I have a special whiskey that I feel warrants a video. Same goes for any adventures I may have outside of all this, so if I have something like the plane flying, I'll try and obtain some video footage of that as well to share. Reviews will be a mainstay, of course. Upcoming now, I hope that I will finally get to see Wonder Woman this weekend when this is released, because I believe that that is the official release end of January for Austria to video on demand, Blu-ray, etc, etc, because the film was officially released on Christmas Day. But as the cinemas have been closed, even before then, I have not been able to see it, which is quite a bummer, because I've seen all sorts of, not spoilers thankfully, but still I've seen that online that the general reception has been mixed, very mixed, even bad. So that has obviously brought me down a bit, because I was really looking forward to the film. Nonetheless, I'll try and go in objectively like I always do and present my review afterwards. So hopefully the next video will be a Wonder Woman review, but I will do it whenever it comes out, in any case. I'll try and keep a very balanced selection of films. I will also, now that I have a Disney Plus subscription, I'll also do children's films every now and then, maybe revisit some old classics that I haven't seen since childhood. That should be a lot of fun too. TV shows when they pop up. So I'll just continue doing what I'm doing. I hope you agree with that. I hope you enjoy that. But if you do have any suggestions on what I should be doing, and it can also be specific films or TV shows that I should check out, whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. I've decided very recently to use the channel name a bit more. The channel is called Flying Wiener. It's, as an explanation in case you ever wondered, it is a name that was suggested to me. I was looking for a funny name that would sort of work and it would combine more of the things that this channel is about. And it does actually work very well, because we've got the flying, we've got the drone, and while for the English speaking world Wiener will be funny, of course, it'll be a funny word, it actually is just the German word for a Viennese person, so it's Wiener. So it does a lot of things. I'm a Viennese person, I fly with a drone, but it also shows my humour, I hope, a bit, because that was intentional, that the English speaking world would go Flying Wiener. That's a bit weird, isn't it? So it's just a joke basically, but still, to make sure that the name doesn't just seem like a side note, I have decided to incorporate that a bit more when I introduce myself at the start of videos, for instance. That being said, in closing, I'll thank you for watching, for staying with me this year, and I hope you look forward to the second year. I'll make sure that I'll keep going. Thank you for subscribing. You can look forward to a lot more videos with the usual quality, I'll call it. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.